Welcome to the Restoring Balance podcast, where two lifelong friends get together to rewatch and discuss why they love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm Mike.
And I'm Jim. Today, we're discussing Book 1, Episode 19, The Siege of the North, Part 1. You set me up for failure in the last episode, and you don't even know that you did it.
I always try to.
Yeah, clearly.
Doesn't seem that clear to me. What did I do?
You know what happened when we sat down to watch Episode 18?
I remember it well.
You set it up to where the episode was on its title card.
Okay.
What happens before the title card, Mike?
Oh, the intro.
Yeah. What happens at the very beginning of the intro?
Water.
Wait, what? You said beginning?
The beginning of the intro.
Oh, I don't know. What?
What's the first thing?
Water.
Long ago, my brother and I... Wait.
Nope. It's the four elements.
Oh, that happens first?
Yeah.
Earth.
No.
Fire. Water.
Water comes first.
Okay, yeah.
And we have silhouettes. You see where I'm getting at here?
Yeah. I did set you up for failure. That's
yeah,
on me.
You did. I was like, oh my gosh. The first episode that features Master Pakku, I didn't even get the reminder to talk about how he is the first silhouette and actual first character that we see in all of Avatar.
Dang.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's on me, honestly. You try to do something nice. You try to set up things for a good friend of yours so it's easy listening, and this is what I get. Pakku's pretty spry for a man of 76. I figured it out.
How so?
I did a little bit of math behind the scenes, okay?
You know I love math.
They dropped a few clues. He said his girl left.
His girl.
Because they were betrothed. And we learned in the episode with Yue that when you're 16 in the Northern Water Tribe, you're of marrying age, and that's when you get arranged. So, Gram must have left when she was 16. Now I'm realizing there's a flaw in my math, because that doesn't necessarily mean Pakku is 16. But let me finish up.
Right.
He said it's been 60 years. So he's upwards of 76, which honestly, the older he gets, the more impressive.
I want to say I want to be like Pakku when I grow up, but he's kind of mean. Dude, when Sokka takes Yue for a ride on Appa as a little date idea, that's what I'm talking about.
That is a good date idea. What a unique experience to give to someone.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And it's Appa. Already love him. So it's just a win for everybody.
That would be exhilarating.
Literally a roller coaster. You have a built-in free theme park, always.
He's probably so used to it now, though.
True. But Yue is not. You saw her face.
She is smitten.
Yes, she is. Sokka hit us with the...
You hanging on tight?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
That was awful. It's interesting to see how Sokka and Yue, just can't help themselves.
Yeah.
They've already multiple times said, hey, this can't happen, can't do this. And they just keep meeting up to hang out.
Yeah. It's a problem. Their leitmotif is that Four Seasons song from Iroh at the beginning of the last episode, by the way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You'll have to listen close.
So they don't have palaces in the Southern Tribe?
Are you kidding? I grew up in a block of ice.
It's the Hex Girls song.
Nope.
What a collab.
I've always wondered why they might do that for their relationship.
Leitmotifs are a really cool concept. I'm sure it goes along with how important sound is in our memory and our emotional centers of the brain, where you just link a sound to a concept, and then you can tie up in a bundle how you feel about it, everything that's happened in the past, and then you play that sound, and it brings it all back.
Subconsciously. How do you think that song connects to their relationship? I have a theory.
I don't. Let me hear it.
It's nothing crazy.
Okay, never mind.
My theory is that they had a love song already, so they were like, well, here's a love story. Let's just apply it to that.
I honestly didn't realize it was a love song.
Yeah, well, I mean, who knows? They don't really sing the whole thing. But, I mean, the word love's in there. And that might be just enough.
The thing about Sokka and Yue's relationship is it seems like every meetup, Yue's like, this is wrong. We have to stop. Sokka, you can't keep doing this. And then the next moment, she's like about to kiss him. It's crazy. But I get it. He's dashing. He's an adventurer. He's funny.
He's so good. And he gets better, too. And
Yeah.
we'll get there.
He's just barely begun to peak.
He's figuring it out, though, and you can tell.
He holds his own in the war meetings.
Well, it makes sense. He's had the experience, the recent experience. Getting to the North Pole involved a lot of Fire Nation altercation and industrialization.
I don't think it did.
No, I think there's something like that.
I just can't believe how many words end in Asian. He has real world experience, hard earned.
Mhm.
Like, even though this isn't our favorite season, maybe I'm just speaking for myself here, a lot happens. And Sokka develops a lot from that little kid that leaves the South Pole.
I like how Yue's dad respects that immediately, too. Like,
He's a good leader.
yeah, he understands the significance of how his recent combat experience is valuable here and takes it and runs with it.
He does a great job straddling the line of being in control and making sure things are getting done and there's no disrespect happening, but then incorporating Sokka immediately and delegating.
Yep.
He seems like he's a good judge of character. Well, okay, wait a second. Except when he's like, my future son-in-law.
Yeah, how about that guy's character, huh?
Jesus Christ. There's got to be some crazy political reason. He's probably rich. He's got to be a rich kid.
I mean, he certainly acts like your stereotypical rich kid. I'll give him that much.
Han, is that the name?
That's the name.
Incredible first scene with Han. You love to hate him.
Yep, they do a good job making us hate him for sure.
That was a well choreographed scene because they just introduce him as this sort of like know-it-all jerk, and then you learn he's in charge of the operation. You're like, oh, great. It's going to be like this freaking loser commanding Sokka around. And then you learn he's marrying Yue. Wow.
Wow.
Well done. I don't blame Sokka for fighting him later.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's just sharpening his axe. He's like, yeah, Yue's nice and all. But, have you met her father?
Unbelievable. And he shrugs off the fight immediately, too.
Yeah,
It's
that was
interesting.
weird. Sokka calls him out so hard with his insult.
Princess Yue is wasted on a self-absorbed weasel like you.
Whoa, hang on. What do you care? You're just a simple rude from the southern tribe. What would you know of the political complexities of our life? No offense.
He's so self-assured, he doesn't even take this insult.
It's honestly unbelievable to me. He's living in his own world.
And you were saying after the fight, nobody really holds a grudge.
Well, I mean, Sokka's pretty upset until he gets a new job.
Yeah, what is... Okay, so I was complimenting the Chief's judgment, but this is all over the place. He's like, Sokka, you can tell everybody, what you learned. And then immediately Sokka gets in a fight. He's like, Sokka, you're off the case, man. Give me your gun and your badge. You're done.
Yeah.
And then he comes up later and he's like, I have a very special, mission for you. You get to be with my daughter. Hasn't he noticed Sokka sneaking off with his daughter all this time? He's oblivious. I've gone a full 180 on this man. The cherry on top is what Han calls Sokka. You and
Dude.
I were in shock when we heard it.
Let me tell you, Sokka, I've courted a lot of girls, but Yue is the finest.
I can't even get it out right now. I can't even say
I
it.
hate. It's awful.
He calls Sokka Sokka, but famously, the movie adaptation of Avatar calls Sokka Sokka as well. I cannot believe how uninformed about the source material do you need to be to take what was a joke about not caring about the people around you and use that as the name for the main character. They literally called him Sokka in the movie.
That movie is so awful. It literally feels like it was done to slap everybody in the face. Somebody got. Oh my god, dude! Like
You getting
we
worked
hate Han, just like we hate freaking M. Night Shyamalan for what he did, and I think he's a great director for other movies. You know, The Last Airbender. It seems so bad that it was purposeful.
I just think this franchise can't get a break. It's so beloved despite everything they've done with it after the first thing they did. They did the first show, knocked it out of the park. Everything else that I've seen has been subpar, but we still love it. And in fact, we're still doing a podcast about it how many years later?
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm fine if none of the other stuff exists. Just this. We have it, and we hold it.
Through better and through worse.
Through sickness and in health.
Through thick and thin.
Oh, good. Moving on.
Come on, dude. You won't ever play any games with me.
Tell me about your animals, man.
You don't want to challenge your mind, man. Animals? Oh, okay. The real show stealer is the seal turtle. And I was going to introduce this by being like, hey, man, what's better than a sea turtle? And then obviously you wouldn't have known because you're not that guy. And then I would have said, a seal turtle. But now that's ruined, so thanks.
Nice. They are good, though. I'm a turtle lover. When we get anything involving a turtle, I'm ready to go.
Zuko's so rude to them, though.
Just like he is to the turtle duck in his flashback later. Dude, maybe I just love turtles and Zuko hates them.
You are diametrically opposed.
Yin and yang.
Twee and la. Thick and thin. They didn't even reveal those fish were spirits.
You're right. We find that out in the next episode.
They planted a seed, if you'll forgive my French, because they mentioned how the Water Nation's spirit...
Industrialization.
No.
Oh, sorry.
They mentioned how the Water Nation's spirit was like nurtured by the moon and their bellies were, I don't know. They said something about...
The legends say the moon was the first waterbender. Our ancestors saw how it pushed and pulled the tides and learned how to do it themselves.
I've always noticed my waterbending is stronger at night.
Our strength comes from the spirit of the moon. Our life comes from the spirit of the ocean. They work together to keep balance.
I love the backstory into the Water Nation with this, where she called the moon the first bender.
Just like how Toph learned from the original Bender.
Just like how the Sun Warriors learned from the sun. In fact, that one's a little
probably
more
better, huh?
That one's probably better. Well, what if I told you they didn't learn from the sun, but they learned from the dragons who learned from the sun? Oh, wait a second. Waterbenders learn from the moon. Firebenders learn from the sun. Earthbenders learn from the earth. Okay, it's less profound when I say it. Let me try. Wait.
Oh, say the next one. Go ahead.
And airbenders learn from the air.
And did the waterbenders learn from the water? Is that
I
it?
hate this. One more take, surely. We got the sun for the firebenders, the moon for the, I want to say moonbenders, the moon for the waterbenders. Earthbenders learned from the planet itself, and then the airbenders learned from the atmosphere.
Yeah. The more robust word choice doesn't seem to help.
No, what? That was profound. It wasn't. You're right.
Oh, man. That's tough.
It makes me feel like waterbending and firebending are more spiritual.
It's interesting you say that because airbending is supposed to be the most spiritual.
I think they do a great job representing its spirituality with the monk motifs and its Buddhist influence. But when they get into that like pseudo Native American culture with the totem poles and all the animal skins and how they have their like sweat lodges and all that sort of thing in the Water Nation, it just feels deep. We don't see a lot of rituals that the Airbenders do because they're wiped out at this point. And the Earth Nation seems a very utilitarian society.
Yeah, I can't think of any spiritual shrines or anything of that nature in the Earth Kingdom.
They're very focused on the material world. They have those statues of badger moles. It's a very blunt representation of their reverence for the animal that taught them bending, but they don't seem to go a layer deeper.
I think it's so scary that when the Fire Nation arrives to these water civilizations, whether it's the North Pole or the South Pole, that the smoke from their ships causes black snow.
That's the kind of thing you write down in a myth and gets passed down for generations. That's the kind of detail you don't lose because it's so ominous. The sign of an oncoming slaughter is black snow.
And it makes the water and the waterfalls and water fountains and the city all black, too. Oh.
Another thing that built a lot of suspense for me was when the chief gathered up his family and the nobles and talked about how the Fire Nation was coming and he may not see some of them again because of the oncoming fight.
Some of these faces are about to disappear from our tribe.
Because this is a big thing. The Fire Nation hasn't attacked in apparently 80 years, according to the chief, because that's when 85. Because that's when the last Fire Nation outfit was seized.
Right.
And Zhao even talks about how they gave up because they were too strong.
That moon, man, been helping them out. But when you got this many ships,
nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Unless some sort of super spirit power.
Dude, that was hilarious when Aang said that. And that's actually what happens, too.
Everybody's so dismissive. Just wait until the super spirit monster comes out.
Yep.
You'd be looking really dumb, Katara. I love that Aang can keep his playful and jovial nature, though, even facing these serious stakes. They're coming to get him specifically. Once again, another situation where them being in a location is leading to its destruction.
I was thinking that when the soot started mixing with the snow, I was like, here we go again. You guys made it to a place, and look what you've brought.
Yeah, they stayed too long. You mentioned the moon. I like how they delved into how the moon brings waterbender's power and the sun brings firebender's power. And it's used to great effect, where Katara is able to overpower Zuko only at night, and then he gets the slight edge.
And he even got a nap up there, too. Pretty nice.
He recharged, he rested up,
Dude.
He came back fresh.
Dude, he has had a rough go at it the past day or two.
It's hard to fault him with him being so beat up.
Yeah.
But he did slap those turtle seals. So.
How about that entry into the Northern Water Tribe that he had?
I might go ahead and say that's the scariest scene in Avatar.
It's up there.
He's entering blindly into freezing caves.
Dark, too. I don't know how he can see.
100%. Only when he's finally almost to that drainage port that he enters into, I could see maybe the lights penetrating through some of the layers of ice.
Yeah.
But everywhere else, it's pitch black. You're underwater, man.
Yep.
And his rationale for going up in there is like, oh, the seals, they got to breathe somehow. Bro, famously, creatures that live in the water can hold their breath for a long time. Some of them don't have to breathe.
And even when he does take his breath, he like stares at the water for a second and then jumps in.
He's not
like,
locked
dude,
in.
you're wasting precious seconds here.
They did a little sound motif when he was running out of air. reminded me of, I don't know if you ever played this, but in the Sonic games, they have water levels. When you start running out of breath, it plays the most anxiety-inducing sound ever. It's like dun 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 until you die.
I've never experienced that. I don't think I've played a lot of the Sonic games.
I just had them on my DS. Like, maybe one of them.
Wow.
I would start to get short of breath when that would happen when I was playing Sonic. Like, freaking out. My rings!
Heart starts pounding a little bit.
I'm gonna lose my rings!
Not the rings, dude.
Speaking of rings! My god, this is a transition. This feels like a lot of fights in The Lord of the Rings where an oncoming army attacks a well-fortified city. Like, the most famous one I remember is when they're defending Gondor, the White City,
Yep.
on the cliff. It especially reminds me because this is a white city on a cliff. It just happens to be ice. It has a very epic feel where there are people inside preparing the battlements and getting ready. And then we see in the Fire Nation how they're commanding their army and getting their troops ready to attack. And even the scene where the gang is on the wall, when the first fireball hits the wall, I'm pretty sure that happens in The Lord of the Rings. But now all the Lord of the Rings lovers are going to be mad at me.
Yeah, that's tough.
What do we call the people who love The Lord of the Rings?
Ringers.
What about, it's by Tolkien. What if they're the tokers?
I'm a smoker. I'm a toker. You know, I've always wondered why Zhao decided it was a good idea to include Iroh for this siege. Because Iroh led a siege in Ba Sing Se, but that siege famously ends with Iroh calling the whole thing off and failing. As Zhao says, it's a legendary failure.
You can learn a lot from failure.
Well, when he failed, losing his son, Lu Ten, he pieced out. He was done. And now, as far as Zhao is concerned, Iroh just lost his new son.
Zuko. Yeah, to Zhao, Zuko's dead right now.
Right. So why would he think it's a good idea to get the guy who failed and who proceeded to cease all of his involvement with the Fire Nation military endeavors?
Yeah, I think Zhao's just not thinking that deeply about it. I think he's very self-absorbed. Yeah, why would he want Iroh?
I mean,
Just to shove it in his face when he does what he couldn't?
I guess so.
He's
yeah.
basically just using him as a verbal punching bag right now. Just insulting him all over the deck.
That's a good point. That might be literally it. I think you got it.
Just like, I'm gonna be the man who took the North Pole right in front of the old fool who failed to take Ba Sing Se.
Although he still does address him as general.
Yeah.
Which I'm always surprised to hear.
It's
But-
that respect for titles you said.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants them to mean so much.
So that way when he achieves them,
Yes.
they'll mean a lot.
It is kind of sad because titles don't bring you any fulfillment. At least not in my experience.
They always say that that's not the way to go. But hey, we know what happens to him.
Yeah, he figures it out, turns it around, becomes a great guy.
Yep. Just as we're going to see in the next episode. Stay tuned for that.
And while you're at it, why don't you stay tuned for some bonus content we've got coming up.
Oh, dude, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Dude, we got a very special lineup coming at you.
I'm actually very excited for it.
Yeah, look out for a really fun game we're going to be playing with our friend Jack. And you'll see what else we got planned.
When we're with Aang, we get a glimpse of all those ships together, too. Talking about how he must have taken out dozens. Looking at that shot, you take a dozen out of there, that's still a huge amount of ships. It is crazy how many they came up with.
It's enough to take the wind out of your sails, if you'll pardon my pun.
It really darkens my snow, you know?
Coining a new phrase.
Yeah, they say that all the time in the Avatar verse, dude.
Aang was out there all day fighting ships.
Yeah, man, that was insane. He got back and he was so tired. That first ship, he was so cocky.
But he was having too much fun tearing up that first ship.
I always think about when Iroh is giving his parting words of wisdom to Zuko. I always think it's so sweet, but I find in my own life, I am like Zuko when receiving similar parting words from my parents. I'm like, guys, relax. I'm just gonna go pick something up and I'll be right back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go swim through some ice caves and I'll be right back.
Yeah, like, come on. You know?
I just really felt for Iroh because Zuko was not reciprocating at all.
And obviously, we know his story. He lives with that every day, especially on Luten's birthday.
The thing is, has the show even talked about Iroh losing his son?
No, this is the first mention.
I thought it was kind of abrupt and seemingly apropos of nothing, which maybe that's indicative of the true weight of his feelings.
And the weight of what Zuko's about to attempt to do.
Trying to sneak off of the ship itself is risking his life. He's supposed to be dead, and he's sneaking off in the middle of a war?
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how Iroh lost his son. You can tell he was traumatized.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Restoring Balance podcast, and tune in next week for the exciting finale of Season 1. If you enjoyed the app, leave us a 5-star review, and we just might read it on air. And just because Appa can fly doesn't mean he's your wingman.
And who knows? Maybe the spirits will release a crazy, amazing attack on your behalf. I'm starting this episode.
For real?
Yeah, right now, actually.
I always start the episode because I have to say,
Oh, God.
welcome to the Restoring Balance podcast. Hey, Mike here. If you enjoyed this episode, you should listen to my other podcast, Realms of the Lost. It's a D&D actual play set in a fantastical world after portals mysteriously opened all across the land. Check out Realms of the Lost wherever you get your podcasts.